Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and we're going to do a couple of different projects today. I need more ephemera for some journals that I'm making. So I'm going to use some scraps, but I grabbed this piece of paper because I wanted to use it. It is a Tim Holtz paper. So I grabbed it, and then I got Susan's little pocket here that I want to kind of replicate, but yet I'm going to add some things to it. So we'll see if that works. This is the one that she made in the little project that she sent me, and it flips down like this, and I think that is so cute. So we are going to make that with a little bit of a variation. Boy, I couldn't get that out, could I? But I think first what we'll do is work on this little pocket. Now this is going to be what's called a hidden pocket. I have made these before, and you guys have probably seen them everywhere out there. I made them a couple of years ago, and then they went kind of crazy, so everybody was making them. And I didn't originate it. I'm sure I got mine from somebody else. But this is our little paper bags, and we do have more of these in stock. This is that little bag right there. And you can grab some of those. What I've done is just cut the top part off right at that fold at the bottom. So then we're going to cover this, and this is going to take very little time. And then when you glue it down and open it up, it'll be a little hidden pocket that you can tuck some things down in. Even a little journaling card down in there that you might want to journal on and not have everybody see. So that's what you need to start out with. Now, I don't cover the bottom because I glue mine down like that, but you can certainly cover the bottom if you want to. So let's see. Now for this, I'm going to use some scraps out of here because this is going to be my last winter journal. And I've almost got things taken care of in it, but I still like just a few pieces of ephemera. So I'm going to pull this out. I thought I had some little scraps in there, but I think I've basically used all of them up. Okay, so this is, let me see if I remember who this is from. Does anybody remember? I think this is from, oh me, my mind's blank. I will look it up and put it below, but this is going to be the one that I'm going to use, I think. And I really want to use this, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to figure out how to put that on. Maybe like that. I think that'll work. So I'm going to see what size this is. This is about 3.5 by 2 1/4 or 2 1/8. 2 1/8. So I'm going to cut this down to 2 1/8. And I want my little, I tell you what, I'm just going to cut it and then we're going to lay it on there. I know that's not exactly 2 1/8, but I want to there we go. And I don't mind some of that brown bag showing. That's fine with me because I'm going to ink some of that up anyway. So I'm just going to mark where I want to cut it off down here. Now you can cover the whole thing up if you want to. I like the little bit of brown bag showing, so that's going to be fine with me. Okay. Then we have another piece that we can use. So that is what we're going to use there. And then I go ahead and cover here too, just because I think it needs it, but a lot of people don't. Some people don't bother with covering that part. But I'm going to cut some of this off down here, and that's what I'm going to cover that with. And I'm just guessing at my cuts. They don't have to be precise because I can always flip it over and trim that off. So let's go by that. Yeah, it's about almost not winter anymore, so we can't do a lot more winter, can we? Let's see. I might want to do blue on this. Hold on. We're still having lots of winter here, but I know in some areas it's already getting warm. It's pretty warm here today. It's not too bad. This is tumbled glass that I'm inking this in. And I'm going to ink up my little bag too. There we go with that. And we're going to glue that down right there, just like that, I think. Yeah, like that. So this is one of those projects that you could do lots of mask making with. You could, you know, cut your little bags and then cut your paper the size that you need and then just put them together. And I will use this part of the bag. Don't worry about that being wasted because I will use that on another project that I've got in mind. So it's not going to be wasted. Now on this little part under here, I'm probably just going to cover it all the way and then I'll trim it off because I don't need to have any brown paper showing on that. I'm not going to go all the way up to my fold here because if you do that, then it's going to hinder it from folding so flat like it is now. So I'm not going to go all the way up. And I'm going to wait until I put this down before I ink everything. But you could certainly cut this off just like you did the other if you wanted to. So I'm just going to stay away from that fold right there. Lay that down. And then I'll just trim it. Let's try trimming it from this side. Okay, now we'll ink it up. And that will be a little part in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and cover this other little part up here too. I'm just going to lay it down like that. Like I said, a lot of people don't cover under here, so you don't have to if you don't want to. I just like to have that little bit extra covered. Or you could just ink it, or just whatever you would want to do with it. It doesn't have to be covered up. I just like the looks of when you pull that up, you've got that little part covered there. Right, and then we'll go ahead and put some ink on there. Okay. Now, just fold that back down since I've been playing around with it. It's going to be a little bit puffy right now, but it will lay down flat. So basically, there is your little pocket. Now, you can also open this up and put something down in here if you want, like just cover it with a little piece of paper. I usually just leave mine. It's not that big a deal. But I am going to put a little bit of something on the top. I think I may use one of these little labels. And then I got these in the e-papery package the other day, and I missed them. I am so sorry that I forgot to show these. This is fabric page tabs, and this is origami hearts and butterflies. They were in the bottom of the bag, and I just didn't see them. I didn't see them until I started to use the bag for something else. And when I cut it open, they fell out. So I am so sorry that I forgot to show those. But we may end up using one of these on here to you know, so you'll know that it's a little tab there. I don't mind that one. It's got that green and blue in it. So let's see. We might use that. Let me hold off until we figure out what else we're going to put on here. I think I'll use one of these little labels. These are the Tim Holtz, they're just called labels that we have in the store. Now I want one that's narrower and longer. Let's see, there's a black one, but I don't particularly want black. You know what I have to do to them when I can't get my hands on one? I almost have to pour them all out. But I need to put them in my little pouch, is what I need to do. I just haven't got around to that yet. Okay, I think that one's going to work right there. Put that little blue one on there. I'm going to ink it up. And Oh yeah, I like that. And put that there. I'm trying to decide if I want to put anything behind it or if I just want to put this little tab on it. And I may move that tab down there. Okay, let's just go with that. I don't want to cover up my lace trim that's on here. I don't want to cover this up. So we'll just go with that. And you could always write something in here or pull another little label out and put that in there if you wanted. Now I am going to put this on here. Oh, let's see. Ooh, look at that. They've got little sequins on the back. I don't want to cover those up either. What the world? Let's see. It's really made to put on like this. Okay, so let's see if we can manage that. Don't know if I can manage that or not with my fumble fingers. So if we put it on like that, that's going to stick down a little bit further than I want. So I'm going to put it on like this and just leave my sequins exposed. It'll be fine. And I'll go ahead and just glue that little part because I want it up a little bit higher. I want the flowers actually on the little pocket. Okay, like that. Gotta have a towel. Already got sticky. Okay, now I think I do want to put a little word in there, so I'm going to grab my Tim Holtz little labels here. Well, some of them are Tim Holtz and some of them are other people's. Let's see. This one, I'm not sure. I think this is out of a Tim Holtz. I think I'll put this little label on it. And it just says, don't forget. So that way, I'll know. Let's see if that's going to look right, though. Is that going to look right? Okay. I'm going to carefully pull that back up, and I'm going to trim off some of the edges. I want it a little bit narrower where it doesn't cover up all of my label. But if I put this little sign that says don't forget, then I'll know to look down in that little pocket. You know, that's not easy to trim when your finger's in the way. There we go. So, put that right there. Oh yeah, I like that better. Don't forget. And then there is the little piece right there. Then you just open it up. You can pull that tab to open it up. You can put all kinds of little goodies down in there, or just put labels or whatever you would want. You could even send these to a friend, but they're fantastic in your journals. All I would do is, let's see, I don't have a page right here. Let's just say this is my journal page. I would glue it down. You could glue it on 3 sides, down at the bottom, that side, and down here, and then have another tuck in behind it, and that is a cute little pocket, hidden pocket. Okay, I'm going to lay this aside so you guys know how to make that. I shouldn't have to make another one because those are really, really simple. And like I said, we do have more of those little bags in if you want to get some of them. I think they're like 6 to a set, something like that. But you may have some bags of your own at home that you can use. Okay, let's see how we're going to do this now, because I'm not sure. I am going to measure Susan's. I just want the width, basically. That's what I want here. So she has it 4 3/4. Looks good. We could make it, we could probably make it 5, but let's just make it 4 3/4. I think that'll be a good size. We don't want to cover up the whole page. Now I'm using a 12 by 12 piece of paper, and I just cut 4 3/4 this way. I'm gonna leave, well, I need to cut this top off right here because it looks like I have torn it a little bit too much. Alright, this I want to fold up to make a pocket, but I want to fold it in a way that my wording is not upside down. So I'm going to fold it this way to make a little pocket. And let's see, how deep do I want my pocket? About 3 inches should be good. So let's go about right there. Fold that up. Yeah, that's about 3 1/8, but that's good enough. Now, I know that Susan made this whole pocket and flip out and everything in one go, but like I said, we're doing ours a little bit different, just a little bit different. All right, now on the top part, I'm going to make this into a double tag, I believe. So, trying to figure out about how tall I want my tag. So I think 4 inches from here would be good. So let's cut another piece that's the same width as this, but 4 inches tall. I know it's confusing right now, but hold on. I'm having to make it up as I go along. So 4 inches. Once I make it up, then I'll tell you everything. Oh. Did you see me? I just cut that the wrong size. I cut it 4 inches wide and it should have been 4 3/4. So we're going to adapt and compensate. Okay. That's okay. Because what we're going to do is take this piece down to 4 inches as well. And I'm going to take it off of each side so that I can have a 4-inch tag up here. All right, I know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to cut this piece down to 4 inches. I could adapt it, but it would take me longer. So we're just going to cut it down. And I'll use this little piece for something else. Not a problem. Now, we need this cut 4 inches, didn't I say? This way. But I'm going to cut it a little bit larger than 4. I think I want to cut it at 4 1/2. And I'll show you why in just a minute. So 4 1/2. Okay, 4 1/2. And I need to cut this piece off. So I'm going to cut this piece off to 4. Okay, again, I'll use that piece or something else. Okay, so this total piece, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you all the sizes because I know I've confused you. This full piece is 10 1/4 by 4. 10 1/4 by 4. I folded it up at 3 1/8, but you can fold it at 3, no problem. This piece is cut at 4 1/2 by 4. Now the 4 1/2 needs to be this way because it's going to sit like this. But what we're going to do is fold over 1/2 of an inch. So let's get our tool here. 1/2 an inch. I'm going to flip it and score again because, as I've told you before, Tim Holtz papers are pretty bad about cracking. So we're going to fold that like that. Now I just cut these at angles because what this is going to do is go behind here and attach like that. And I know you're saying, what in the world? This is a big mess. Hang on, we will get there. I'm going to go ahead and punch a little pull in here, right in the top. Just a little pull. And it flew up on me somewhere. And then this is going to go this way. Now, you can make this top part into a tag shape if you want. I'm trying to decide if that's what I want to do. I think I may just round the corners. So I'm going to go ahead and put some glue right here. And you know I have to make the second one to really get the gist of what I'm doing because the first one is like a trial. And I don't really know exactly what I'm doing, so I'm just trying to put things together. But I got, this is a partial idea from Katie and a partial idea from Susan. So it's a little bit of both. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to get my chomper to do the corners on that because that's kind of thick. 3 thicknesses there, so I don't need to be doing that with my little corner punch. Okay, so there are our corners right there. Now this would flip up, of course. That down. There's your pocket. Let's go ahead and I'm going to ink this up, and then I'm going to glue my sides down on my pocket. So let's ink it. I haven't seen one like this before. I don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to see. Okay, now we're going to take a piece of coffee dyed paper. I'm just going to use that one. And I want it 4 inches, or they're a little bit shorter than 4. So I'm just going to use my trimmer and cut that. So a little bit narrower than 4. Just don't want it to show on the outside, so cut it the little tick right before 4. And I'm going to go ahead and cut another one. Almost uses all of that up, and this piece will go in my little folder for my strips. Now this one we want to fold to go in over here on top of this pocket. So I'm going to put it all the way up to the top, but then I'm going to punch my little pull out again. Okay, that first fold is the only one that you have to be pretty particular with. Just get it folded the size that you need. Okay, that looks good. And now we're going to fold it back on itself. And then back on itself again. Alright. Go ahead and burnish my score lines. So that's going to glue down there. And then this will pull up like this for journaling spaces. But I want the cover on this to be kind of like that. I want a pretty cover on it. So what we're going to do is take a piece of this and put a cover on there. Just like that. So I'm going to cut this piece at 4, what did I say, 4 1/8? No, this piece is cut at a little over 3, and making sure that this little piece is up. Then I'm going to put this on the front right there. Okay, I chose another piece because I wanted to kind of make it look like this, like it just carried on down. So I'll lay that piece aside, and I'll use that for something else. Now I'm going to go ahead and now you can round these corners on this if you want. That would be pretty. I don't think I'm going to round these for right now. Not until I see how it's going to work. I am going to ink the corners though, or the edges. Okay, we're going to glue this piece down on there, and you can leave this one open for another pocket if you want. I'll glue mine that way, but I don't know that I'll use it. I'll just have to see what it looks like. But let's go ahead and glue it that way. We can always close it up later if we want. Now just make sure that this little piece is up. That's the piece that you want to glue at the top of this. And we'll have to punch our hole again, but that's not a problem. Or our little pull. Okay. Just want to get that straight as you can on there. There we go. Let's go ahead and punch our pull again. I don't even think my pull was in the middle anyway, but that's okay. We got it in there again. And now on this one, I'm going to glue it down like that. Okay, first I'm going to glue it just here, here, and here I'm going to see how this will work. If it doesn't close up good, then I'll have to do some different gluing, but we'll see. And we may even close it up with something else, who knows. But I'm going to glue it like that, so this can actually be another little pocket if you wanted it to be. You know I like all kinds of little pockets, especially unusual ones. Okay, let's go ahead and burnish that down real well. That will pull out like that. So see, you've got lots of journaling space. And you can have a little pocket here if you want. A little pocket right there. You've got a pocket here. And then you'll have a pocket back here. So let's go ahead and burnish this down real well and just see how it's going to stay. We may have to end up putting a little button or something on there, and if we do, that's fine. It's not a problem. Alright, let's go ahead and put our journaling paper up here, because you want to be able to journal on that too, don't you? And I'm just going to open it up and run it a little ways down in there. That way all of that will be covered. So I'm just going to tear it off right across there. Is this clear as mud to you guys? I promise I will make it clear. Just hang in there. I know right now it's a little bit confusing, because it even is to me, because this is my first. But it will come clearer, I promise. Let's see, I'm just trying to decide which way I want this. I think I want it like that. Alright, this piece I'm going to glue all the way down. And oops. Evidently I'm going to glue it to my table too. And I would probably stitch around this if I was doing it any other time, but I'll glue a little bit too far. We don't want to close up our pocket, so we don't want that glue down that far. Close up the pocket that way anyway. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and I'm going to fold that back over, even though I know it's not dry. I can't wait. And we'll take our 1/2 inch corner rounder and just chop that again. Alright, there's our tag at the top. And I know I had that flipping in every direction and you probably couldn't see it, but I'm going to show you everything now. So our tag is at the top, and you've got journaling spaces in here. And then this little pull out is at the bottom, like this. Now we need to glue this pocket down. So let's glue close to the sides and then press that down. Okay. So then you have a little pocket here. There's another one here if you want to use it on that. This journaling space, pocket here, and then that folds over. Now, this is going to be like this unless we have some kind of little attachment here. So what do y'all want to do? First off, we're going to put some ephemera on it. I think I might use that on there. Now this little part here will stay down in the journal. So what I might do is just use the tag to keep that top part closed. Another little tag. So let's just make another small tag to go in there, and that'll keep the top part closed. Let's see if this would be okay to use. Yep, that right there would. Okay, let's go ahead and cut that off. I'll make it about to that Monday there. And then we've got embellishing to do, but so see this stays down, so I'm not worried about that. It's just this was flopping up. I'm going to go ahead and cover the back. We'll make it into a tag shape. Got some of my favorite paper to cover the back with. I love this paper, and I did get those kits up today that I had been telling you guys that I would try to put up, that has some of this paper, file folders, the big envelope, brown envelopes, the green paper, the brown paper. I did send out a newsletter today, so you can just look in that and click on the link to get that put up. My sweet hubby cut a bunch of papers and things, so, and you've got a yard of that green paper in there, and then there's a half a yard of the brown paper, and it's 18 inches wide, both of them, so you got plenty of that. But see, I love that for the backing. Let's go ahead and cut it in a tag shape before I get too carried away here, because I think I do want this cut in a tag shape. And I'm going to use my ribbon punch, and I will have this link below. It's always in my Etsy, my Etsy. I don't have an Etsy store. It is always in my Amazon store link, but I will link it directly below. I love my ribbon punch. It punches that hole that's really good to put your ribbons through. Okay. So now let's grab some seam binding. And this seam binding is from my Scrap Cabin shop on Etsy, and I will link her store below as well. Love her seam binding. And I saw where a lot of you had purchased it, so thank you so much, because I know she appreciates it. Okay, there is that. And then this can go, oops, down in there like that. Okay, and then I think I do want, or maybe I want this here. Where do I want that? Maybe there. It shows that it pulls out. That might work even better. Okay, let's go ahead and put some embellishments on our tag. Ooh, I might use that. I like that. And let's see. We probably need a piece of book page, do we not? I don't know, we got writing behind that. I may just use some vellum. Let's go with some vellum back there. Then we may put a little butterfly on there. Oh yeah, slide that in there. Now this has a very slick finish on it. I'm not sure where I got these, but I found that they do ink up pretty well anyway. But I don't mind the slick finish as long as they ink. So we'll put that there. And then let's see if we have a little butterfly that might be. These are our Tim Holtz transparent wings that we have in the shop, if you want to check those out. I'll try to remember to link those below as well. Oh, let's see. I don't know if I have like a brownish one. I may have to go to my other butterflies. Okay, here's one that just has the black in it. I might do that one. Okay. And then I want something up here too. Okay, these are just some of our stampings, and we did this one on a little brown paper bag. So I think I'll put that on there. Let's see. I think it'll go better on that side. And I'm going to go ahead and put a little piece of book page down this side. I'll pull my tag out. And I'm just going to fold that book page around to the inside. And then this can go there, like that. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and glue this down here, just so I can figure out exactly where I am as far as decorating is concerned. Using my Bearly Arts to glue my vellum. This little piece. I hope this will stick. This is like it's laminated, looks almost. May have just been on some photo paper. I don't know. Yeah, that sticks. And then let's put our little butterfly down. Okay. And I need to do a little bit of embellishing to my tag. See if we have a little bird or something that will go on there. Yeah, I like that one better. But I feel like the bottom is empty when I put that on there. What about the big guy? Well, he is big, but he fits. And I think he looks better than the small ones. He is a little bit big, but I think he'll look okay. We'll put him down and he'll be fine. Okay, I think I'll put a little label in behind him. If I can come up with one that's just brown. Let's see. Let's look in our other labels here. Just want a little rectangle looking label behind him. Doesn't have to say anything or... Okay, I think I'll go with one of Tracy labels. And this is Tracy Fox on Etsy. Put that down. See where my bird's going to go here. Okay, there is our birdie. Alright, we'll tuck him back in there. And then I am going to put this right there maybe, or maybe right here. I wanted it there, but it's going to cover up some of my bird, and if I move it either way, it's going to cover up my butterfly. So I may put it here. Okay, I'm going to glue that down like that. I think it'll be okay. It's not going to cover up that much of my bird. Just wanted something that would show you that this lifts up. Okay, there's a little birdie. Need anything else under there? Maybe not. Alright, I'm going to put a little bit of bling in my little butterfly, and that's going to be it. There we go. So there is our flip down journaling pocket, and then if you take the tag out, you can flip this up like that. You can flip this up like that, and you've got more journaling space. And I need to trim that little piece off right there. Alright, so that is my variation of what Susan did, and then something that Katie did, a tag that she did for me at Christmas, made me think about doing this at the top as far as having something in there to hold your little tag down. But that is it. That is a couple of pieces. It took me a while to do this one, so let's see. Yeah, that's going to be all that I'm going to do on this video. But I just wanted to let you see how we do those and then see how this works. Alright guys, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please let me know by giving me a thumbs up and hitting that subscribe button. And we'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.